Okay, so looking at station 4 here. Station 4A is needle nose pliers. You can tell by the long shape of the jaws and that they come to a point. Needle nose pliers are really good for getting into small areas. So if I had to get inside this space here, I can get in and grab a component. The downside of needle nose pliers is the longer that the plier jaws get, the less torque they have. So as I'm twisting or pulling, what can happen is these jaws can twist and turn on each other. So then when you close them, they don't line up with each other. B here is called a brake spoon. We use this to adjust parking brake or drum brake shoes. So ultimately there's a little star wheel in behind the rear brakes if you have parking shoes or brake shoes. This piece here will slide through an inspection slot, and ultimately you can turn it one way or roll it down the opposite way. I also have this end. A flathead screwdriver is often used. However, sometimes there's not enough space to put a full flathead in. That's why the curved area is perfect for this. This tool here, C, is called a multi-groove plier. So the reason why it's called multi-groove or a rib joint plier is that these are called the little ribs. I can open this up and slide it down and choose a different size. So multiple different grooves, multiple different ribs. I can change the size of the jaw itself. D is called a scraper. So inside here, I can actually open this up, and that is where you'll find your razor blade. The razor blade is used to slide across the component and remove seals, gaskets, dried on dirt or rust, corrosion, as you're working on a vehicle. When you are not using this, you want to slide the razor blade down so avoid any unwanted cuts or harm. This one right here is called a spark plug gapping tool. So this spark plug gapper has imperial and metric range, so it shows the millimeter. This one is our imperial side. So if we look at a spark plug, there's a gap that you can see in between there. The spark plug gapping tool is actually used to measure the gap in between them. Each vehicle will have its own specification on how big this gap is supposed to be. And you're going to take the gapping tool, and what you want to do is slide in between that component. You want a small amount of drag. You don't want to have to yank it out. You don't want it to go in and basically flop around inside there. You want a nice amount of drag to know that that is the correct size. The last one here, F, is called feeler gauges or angled feeler gauges. A feeler gauge is used to measure gaps, spaces. These ones have those angles that actually fit under a component. They're often used to check like valve height or spring height. You can see the measurement. So this one or this one, you can spread them all out. They all have them. So the top number, this one right here, the top number is in imperial, the bottom number is in metric. So it shows 0.559 millimeters or 0.022 of an inch. I have multiple sizes on both sides.